All right, someone asked me to rebuild a carburetor and show how I would do it. And let me give y'all a little rundown on how that works. So you can rebuild the carburetor. All you're going to need is like basically like spray paint, tip cleaner, a cleaning tool, I mean. And these are going to clean those small orifices inside the carburetor if you have one that's really gummed up. These things are really good. You don't want to actually like, bore out any of the holes. You just want to clean them out. Another thing you're going to need is brake cleaner. I recommend the flammable kind, but this one will get the job done. But brake cleaner is better than carburetor cleaner because it's less aggressive on things like rubbers or gaskets. It's less corrosive and less harsh on those because it can cause those gaskets and O-rings to swell up. So brake cleaner is the best tip I got for cleaning carburetors. So as I'm just gonna do, this is gonna be a sample video, not me actually cleaning one, but because this carburetor is brand spanking new. So you would remove the float bowl nut and simply spray your brake cleaner on it like this, spray it, and then you would blow it off and put that on a clean paper towel. So I usually set it to the side, but I'm trying to do it all on in frame here on camera. And so I set my clean parts on a clean paper towel. Take your bowl off here and get yourself a wire brush and clean out the inside with a wire brush, right? Brake cleaner, get all that corrosion out of there and then blow it out. Then I'll set that on my clean rag here. Then I'll take the pin out the bottom here, and as I'm removing parts, I'm cleaning them. So I'm going to take this, clean this off, set it on my clean paper towel, and I'm just repeating the process over and over and over. So here I have the float here. I'm going to do the same thing, brake cleaner, blow it off, obviously not on my clean surface here. Put that to the side. This here, you want to be very easy on this. This seat here is very sensitive, so you don't want to really, get after it when you're cleaning this thing up. So clean this with a paper towel. You can take the paper towel, you can kind of spray a little bit of brake cleaner on there and kind of clean it off with a paper towel. But this is very sensitive, so don't get too aggressive with it. Okay, so then we'll move on to the jets here, and let me get my jet screwdriver. All right, so we're going to remove the main jet here, and it's just as simple as unscrewing it. And this is how all the Honda carburetors are. I forgot to mention that this is a Honda carburetor, and but it goes for almost all carburetors out there. Kohler almost looks the exact same. Briggs is a little bit different, but Hondas and Kohlers, this goes for all of those. So we're going to try to get the main jet out of here, which sometimes can be kind of tricky, but give it some love taps and it'll fall right out. So that's the bowl gasket, and there you go, main jet here. So what I would do is I would take some brake cleaner, spray it, get that stuff starting to break down. I will take my tool here and just run it through the orifice on the inside there. Trying to do this while looking at my camera, and I would just clean that out. Again, you're not trying to like bore a hole in it. You're just trying to get all that corrosion out of this thing. Okay, and the same thing goes for this emulsion tube. All these little holes are jets. So the cool thing about this thing is that it has different sizes. Some I've actually created, and you can just kind of run this into, not so sure if you can really see that, but run it into the small orifices of this emulsion tube, and you have to clean all those little guys out there. So I'll clean that out, and then what I'll do is I'll put my finger on the backside here, and then I'll put the brake cleaner like this, and I'll spray it, and you can literally see it spraying out of each individual hole. And then I'll spray through it and just make sure that this is nice and clean. And then we'll put that to the side for now, and then we'll clean the carburetor. So the same concept goes for this. So we're going to remove this pilot jet here. Let me grab a screwdriver for that, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so this is the pilot jet cap here, and a simple Phillips screwdriver, and you can remove this cap. And there's usually on most carburetors, Hondas and Kohlers, there's a pilot jet adjustment screw here that you can use, but the pilot jet is actually this here. Some people get that confused. This is just a cap, and then this here is the actual adjustment screw, and this one doesn't have one, it's fixed, so no problem. We'll move on to cleaning this thing up. So sometimes I'll leave that in there and then I'll spray this, but a lot of time I'll put my finger over it, blocking it, and I'll put it like this and I'll spray this, and you're going to see it come out of this hole here if your finger's not over it, but you'll also see it come out of these tiny holes on the inside here. So that's how you would clean that jet there. Put your brake cleaner on here, spray it, hose it down. You're gonna see that pouring through the inside here. Spray through all these orifices here, and then back through both ways. So I'm gonna spray it through there. I'm gonna come around here and I'm gonna spray it through those small jets there. And then I'm gonna take my compressed air and I'm gonna blow this thing out. So I like to put my fingers over the throat of the carburetor on both sides. And I'll plug it and I'll push air through this, and it's gonna blow through all of these jets. And then we're gonna blow it through the fuel inlet here, and then we're gonna go back through and we're gonna blow it through all these jets. And you don't want to be too harsh on like how much air you know. They say you want to do it like 30 psi, but I just kind of feather it and just not blow too hard on these orifices, because you can end up blowing out Welch plugs and run into problems with that. So and then you would put this whole thing back together. So again, this is how I rebuild carburetors. It's not the right way, it's not the wrong way, it's my way. So hope this helped you. Someone asked me to do a rebuild video, and that's what this is, and it's pretty much done here. Again, when you're rebuilding, a little tip is just keep all your clean parts separate from where you're working. So as you clean them, move them to the side, and then yeah, there you go.